Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Drop Some Knowledge podcast. It's been tough already. James is being a big Pelican. It's really hard and emotionally draining for me to be in a Zoom chat with him at the moment, but I don't have much choice. So here we are. No. James, how's being a Pelican, mate?
Oh, mate, all the fish you could eat.
Yep.
I'm the biggest bloke on campus.
Sitting there with a bunch of ducks.
Just sitting there with a bunch of ducks. And
yeah.
Have you seen, speaking of pelicans, have you seen that video where a pelican eats like another bird?
No.
Like I'm pretty sure it's a seagull. Like it just comes up and just gobbles it. I don't think it like swallows it, but it definitely like it's just.
Is this episode about pelicans, James? Is this why we're doing this right now? Or?
No, it's not. No, it's not. But I'm not saying anything until you ask me, or if you ask me to do something.
Well, James, drop some knowledge.
Well then, did you know that elephants are majestic? I love elephants. I think elephants are awesome. They're just
solid.
They're great. They're solid animal. But there's little things that people might not necessarily know about elephants.
Okay.
And now things like, you know, we've said many times before, and you know, it's everybody knows that elephants never forget. Okay, like this is something that people have known since elephants were a thing, and it was always a joke.
The dawn of time.
Since I was born.
True, you are old.
I'm an old man.
Yep.
But elephants do actually have actually quite intelligent and do have excellent memories.
Okay.
Now they do. This sort of thing usually relies heavily on the matriarchy, so the female elephant, during dry seasons, to basically guide the herd to watering holes and things like that, because they remember it from past past instances. So this is definitely something that they do, is they remember. They're a fantastic memory. I wish I had that. That'd be nice. I have a shocking memory.
No, I'm aware of that. Yep. I'm still trying to find the sweet spot when to make plans with you, James. Too close, and you're like, no, I've already got something booked. But too far, and you'll forget it exists. So the perfect balance doesning exist. But if I find it one day, guys, I'll let you know.
It's like when your mates are asking, "Oh, where's JP? Where's James?" Oh, hang on, I'll call him. He's probably forgotten that it's tonight.
He's probably forgotten again.
But it's his birthday.
But you spent $150 on a ticket to this concert.
Yes.
Yeah, but someone probably offered him free souvlaki night or something like that. You know?
All you can eat garlic sauce, you know, that sort of stuff.
On tap,
Damn. On tap, just...
I noticed that weird tap you put in your kitchen area there.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Best thing I've ever done. is put garlic sauce on tap, tzatziki on tap.
Suva Sundays are going to go off, mate. It's going to be unbelievable.
Oh, mate, phenomenal. When lockdown is done, this is what's going to happen on a Sunday.
But right now, we need to talk about elephants.
We do. We actually do. Now, we've gone through their memory. It's phenomenal. It's fantastic. Now, their memory basically does, you know, they've got a huge brain. They're big brain animals.
Big brain.
All right. They're big brain animals. They actually have the largest brain in the animal kingdom.
Okay.
Which can weigh up to 5 kilos.
5 kegs on a brain.
5 kegs on a brain.
Do we know how much a human brain weighs? Let me look that up. I'll look it up quickly.
Yeah, you look that up. So if you think about their weight, their brain is 5 kilos, which is amazing when you actually look at how much an actual elephant weighs. Now, an Asian elephant weighs about 5,400 kilograms, whereas an African elephant weighs upwards of up to 6,000 kilograms.
Really quickly on that brain question here, a human brain on average is about 1.5 kilos.
Oh, well, geez, there you go.
Yeah.
So that
It's like
makes
three
it
times
probably,
roughly.
yeah, it's about 3 times, but it's I think proportion to our total body weight, whereas
Yeah.
like an elephant is definitely not.
No, they're dense.
They're dense, but we're continuing on with this, like in the sense of their brain and their memories. But did you know that elephants can recognize themselves in mirrors?
How do people test that, James? I'd love
I
to
know.
know.
It's
I'd
so
love to
good.
know, like, what scientist, Brendan Fraser's out in the wilderness somewhere, and he's like, I'm going to get a bunch of elephants, put them in a room with a bunch of mirrors. Like, when you go to those weird mini golf places and they just got those mirror rooms you got to walk through, and you're like, you keep running
I
into
was
mirrors, and
just
you think,
thinking that.
you know what
I
I
was
mean?
just thinking that.
Imagine a bunch of elephants in there, and they'd be like, that's me. But they
That's
can't
me.
tell the people it's them. I'd love to know how they do these tests.
Well, it turns out that elephants actually show displays of self-recognition. So they actually, which indicates that they have a high level of awareness, and something which only humans, apes, and funnily enough, like magpies actually recognize that is them.
Magpie
Because
season's
think
coming.
about it. Oh, it is. Careful. Get your helmets with your little,
Your little spiky things
cable
on the top.
ties and spiky. Yeah. But it's funny because if you think about it, there's so many videos of cute dogs doing cute little things. They see themselves in mirrors and windows, and they have no idea who it is. Like it's them, but they go, "It's another dog. Who are you? What's going on?"
Yeah.
So not really, like they've got awareness, but not that. So they've got like
I
a
would hope
spatial
so,
awareness.
with such a fat brain too.
So that's it. Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
So like, dogs and stuff have spatial awareness, but not necessarily self-awareness or a high level of awareness. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, interesting.
So going on, showing, we're staying with the head of the elephant at this point. Elephants actually have 6 sets of molar teeth. So those real big guys at the back that we have, they've actually got 6 sets of molar teeth.
Nothing
Now,
scares me more in my life than the dentist, James. And I, to this point in my life, I'm going
is it the
to knock
drill?
on wood here, but
Yeah.
I haven't had to have any wisdom teeth or anything out. If I
good.
did,
You
I
got a
would
big
strongly
mouth.
consider just letting it stay there, mate, because the dentist scares the hell out of me.
Well, I've had all 4 taken out, and it was great.
Nah, not for me,
great.
thanks. I'm so glad I'm not an elephant. Imagine that. If you've got 6 molars, imagine the rate that a wisdom tooth could grow through.
Oh god. Here's the thing.
Okay.
They actually depend on these teeth for survival. Because when they lose their last set of teeth, they are unable to eat, which means they actually eventually die of starvation.
Oh my god, that's so
because
sad.
They can't chew. Because if you have a look at an elephant's mouth, they've got they've got their lips, which are quite long, and they don't if you ever see a picture of a elephant's skull, all their teeth, it's all back here. It's all right at the back of the skull, and they have this void in the middle.
Interesting to me as well. So you're saying that elephants have baby teeth and they fall out, and that's so crazy. Do other animals have that? Like, because if someone's got a dog, do owners find their dog's baby teeth lying around the place? Like, or I wonder what animals lose their teeth and don't.
Well, I mean, I would think that most, because like everything would have a juvenile set of teeth and then would grow into their,
I mean, yeah, it makes a lot of sense, but I've never heard of, you get a puppy and it grows up and its baby teeth fall out though, right? Like your dog at home, do you know that the teeth, did your dog's teeth fall out? Like I've had dogs in my life and I've never known their teeth to fall out.
I feel like I think it's one of those ones that we never really find out because our parents have kind of done it. And by the time the dog's old enough, we've already been like, I reckon if
like Santa Claus.
Age, yeah, exactly. Right. Wait, what?
Oh,
what?
Oh God.
What do you mean?
No, like Santa Claus is so jolly that Santa Claus
Oh,
is puts on a rabbit suit and puts
yeah.
$2 under your pillow. That's what I'm saying, James. That's all I'm saying. That's all
Oh,
I suggested and
yeah. I
alluded
mean,
to. So please don't
absolutely.
worry. That's just why the Easter Bunny has a big belly and a weird beard.
Oh,
That's why I had to make the Easter
oh,
Bunny a white rabbit because of the white beard of
okay.
Santa Claus.
Okay.
Hmm.
I was wondering. I was wondering. I
Please don't
just wanted
ask
to
me
make
any more
sure.
questions about this topic.
Duly noted. Duly
Cool.
noted.
I'm glad you got that.
Anyway,
Yeah.
anyway, what I was going to say was sharks. Sharks have like continuous rows of teeth and stuff like that. So
Yes,
that's
I
the
do
other
know
one that I
that.
was
Yeah.
thinking of. But yeah, and I just find that like I'm here's hoping that these elephants have lived a long, healthy lives. Did you actually know that they live to roughly about 85 years? Like at the oldest,
Hmm.
the oldest elephant recorded was about 85 years old.
That's interesting. Yeah, it's weird because I did not know that. But as soon as you said it, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And the only reason that I can bring this up or,
Mm,
that it feels like it makes sense to me is that
yeah,
any animals with gray, wrinkly skin just seem like they live for a long time, or anything skin that looks like it's cracked, like dry
yep,
earth. I'm like, yeah,
yep.
that lives to 400,000 years old. I'm talking to you, you tortoise, you know?
Tortoise, yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
say the Galapagos tortoise.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you should mention it about their skin, but we'll get to that eventually. We'll get that out eventually. Going back to their eating and having, all this sort of stuff, have a guess
Mm.
how much food an adult elephant needs to eat and how
Oh,
much
I'm so bad at
water
these
they need to
games.
drink.
I'm
And I'm
so
talking per
bad.
day.
No,
I'm
I
talking
embarrass
per day.
myself all the time because once
All right.
I said something like, oh, a koala will eat like 50,000 tons of food in its life. And you're like, no, that's so much food. And I'm like, oh, now you say that, it makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense.
All
So the
right.
first few
I
episodes, I
will.
embarrassed myself
Yeah.
so bad,
Well, this is
James.
true. But I'll
I
give
didn't have
you.
to
I'll give
say
you a. I'll give you.
it.
I'll give you a rough. I'll give you a rough
Oh,
little like time
okay.
frame. So an adult elephant spends around 16 hours a day eating.
Okay.
Okay. It's like a cow. You're always seeing them just going nom, nom, nom
So you're
in the
asking me
field.
how much elephants would eat a day?
How much would they eat a day? So they've got 16 hours to eat. So it's a decent amount, right?
In the weight
So
of
how
food, you're
many?
asking me?
So kilograms of food and liters
Hmm.
of water.
I'm going to say 10 liters of water.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that.
Yeah.
And oh no. Everything I
Oh
go
my
off now in weight is a bag of concrete. Cement. Sorry, tradies, cement.
No, cement,
Um,
yeah.
I'll say 20. Oh no, that's too much.
Oh,
That's too much. That's too
sorry.
much.
You're saying 10 liters of water a
I'm
day,
trying to think holding up a 2 liter
and
thing of milk,
yeah,
but an elephant's
yeah,
huge, right?
yeah.
So I feel like it'd drink a lot. For food, it only eats food that's light though. So I'm going to say 12 kilos of
Okay,
food, and I'm going to say 10
okay,
liters of water.
okay. You're nowhere near it,
Of course, I'm not. I told you, James, and I could see it in
Josh.
your face.
And
No, I
yeah,
could see the little
oh yeah.
smirk on your face as I said what I said. And I know I'm wrong, but I had to stick to my guns just in case you were
No,
messing
and
with
I'm
me.
proud of you, and I'm proud of you that you did so.
Oh,
However, I want you to add a zero
oh
at
my
the end
God.
of both of those.
What?
You're looking at up to 300 kilos of food and 160 liters of water each
A
day.
day?
A day. It's like how
No.
much KFC I
No.
eat in a year.
Yeah. There's no way the elephant can consume that much food.
Huge amounts of food.
Don't they imagine the food coma?
But they're
Oh my
massive,
God.
dude. They're
Yeah, I
massive.
know, but like scale it down. Like how much food? I wonder how much. I'm going to Google more stuff, James. Entertain
Okay.
the
All right.
audio listeners here while I Google how many kilos of food a human eats a day.
Okay. Yeah. So, like, do you think about how big these animals are? 300 kilos. I mean, what did we say? What did we say when we did the episode for gorillas? I mean, they ate 27 like heads of lettuce worth of food. They
mm.
were about 20 odd kilos a day of food, maybe 30 kilos a day. You're looking at something giant, and 300
Yeah,
kilos.
yeah. I'm just trying to
Because
think
what do
because,
you?
like, say, okay, a person say average is like what 80. Well, I guess your average man would be 80 to 100 kilos, right? If an elephant's 300, like we're a third of the weight, and if they eat that much food, like that's what I'm saying. Pound for pound,
Yeah.
they eat a heap more.
Well, put it. Well, have a look at it again. Like, you're looking at an animal that is between 5,000 and 6,000 kilos. You're
Mm.
looking at they're eating 300 kilos of food and 160 liters of water a
All right,
day.
let's put you on the spot
Um,
here. How many
okay.
kilos of food does an average human eat a day? This is just the quick Google search I've done on Quora.com. So if
Okay.
this is an unreputable source, don't hold me accountable because we're mid pod right now and I have no other choice.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I'm going with like, probably 5 kilos
So it
a
says
day.
here, oh, it
Because
says
you
how
think
much you
about,
need a day. It says an
okay,
adult needs,
well,
it's
how much do you
about
need a
two
day?
kilos a day of food.
Okay, so yeah, okay, there you go.
And what else does it
Um,
say here? So fast carb, 2 kilos.
because you think about like where like this day and age, we've got so many people that are so fascinated by macros and
Mm,
carb loading and all this sort of stuff. Like, it doesn't surprise me that it would be between that 2 to 5, depending on your size and whether you're
yeah.
bodybuilding, whether you're just exercising a lot, or whether you're a fat slob
Mm.
like me.
Yeah, no,
But
correct.
but yeah, so that's a lot of food. They eat
Mm.
a lot of food. Uh, Now, the reason they'd be eating a lot of food also is, don't forget, these elephants can actually walk. They walk 6 kilometers per hour. They
Mm.
can run up to 24 kilometers per hour. And
Okay.
over very short distances, they can be kept. They've been clocked at 40 kilometers an hour, and
That
over very
seems
short
high.
distances. It's a lot.
Imagine it trying to stop if it needed to, though. Like all those classic movie scenes of like, a stampede going towards a cliff and you're on the edge. You're like, do I jump or do I not? The elephant's coming at you.
The
That thing's
accordion,
not. Yeah,
the accordion,
yeah, the
and
accordion.
then they
Yeah,
come back out again.
yeah.
I love it.
I just don't feel like that'll
Oh,
translate into reality, But look,
no,
maybe I'm
probably
wrong.
not.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Now I know we've got a time frame, so I'll be a little bit quicker with these last
I'm
ones.
so glad you said that
But
because I just thought, how long? I didn't know what time we
yeah,
started, so I've not been keeping
yeah.
track of time at
No,
all.
no, no, that's okay. I this is the first time I'm keeping track, so that's okay.
Yeah, it is.
But this one's for the ladies out there, and I'm sure they're
Okay.
going to love the fact that they don't have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But female elephants remain pregnant for 2 years. And
2 years.
the longest gestation period has the longest gestation period of all mammals.
So it's like a 9 month period for a human is a 2 year period to an elephant.
Yeah, and
It's
when we're
really
talking
slow
about
cooked.
babies,
Yeah,
yeah.
unbelievable.
And when we're talking about babies, they we talk about babies being anywhere between 4 pounds up to 12 pounds and all this sort of stuff as a baby. But these babies, these animals, are staggering 120 kilos
Mm,
of baby.
wow. Just the baby too. Yeah,
Just the
that's
baby.
yeah.
So it's a lot.
That's
It's a
dense.
lot.
Imagine carrying that around in your guts and like, you
It's a
know,
lot.
pushing that out too. Oh my God.
Oh,
Like obviously I've got a lot of sympathy for the ladies who have to have a baby because I mean
yeah.
I've had some dense meals at night and got up the next day and had to pray to the porcelain gods and that can be tough sometimes too. So I can't even imagine what it's like to, push a
You're
watermelon out. Yeah.
praying to Letitia. Playing to
Yes.
Letitia.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Oh my
uh,
God.
oh well. But just to finish off, the elephant's trunk, right? We all know about the elephant's trunk.
I've heard of it. Yeah, I've heard of it.
This is an appendage that can be as used for smelling, for breathing, for trumpeting, for sucking up all that all those liters of water, that 160 liters of water. It can actually hold up to 14 liters of water at a time
in its trunk.
In its trunk, in a
You
fully.
know, you're a pelican. You can hold heaps of water in your bill. That's
well, exactly right. But like an adult elephant can hold up to 14 liters of water in its trunk. Now, this can, it's strong enough to, break branches off trees. It's sensitive enough to pick up blades of grass. And like I said, it's a giant straw. But how strong is it? And how many? What I want you to tell me is how many muscles are in this trunk, right?
My brain instantly went to 26.
26. Well, okay, I'll help you out here. The human body has around 600 muscles.
Damn.
Okay.
I'm so far off again.
600 muscles. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you think about what this trunk can do and how I guess you could say how complicated the human body is. But how many muscles does an elephant's trunk have?
Oh, I'm not going to be right regardless. I'm just going to
great for pub trivia. This is great for pub trivia, and I love my pub trivia.
We did trivia 2 weeks ago, James, and I came second last. The only reason I even got off the bottom was because they asked you to name every James Bond actor, and I got excited.
Yeah, there you go. That's true, actually. We did really well for that.
Yeah, just that one question, but yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Look,
But how many?
26. I don't know.
Are you sticking with 26?
Now I feel like it's one. It's just one big muscle.
It's no, mate. No,
yeah, I know. Just tell me.
Not. It is. It's got 5 numbers in it. Put it that way. It's got 40,000 muscles in it.
So I was a bit off.
40,000. Just a little bit.
A bit off.
40,000. You think about what this trunk does. It's its arms. It does its things for it. Some of the elephants can paint. Like, come on, man! It does some seriously good stuff.
That's true. When I was in Thailand, I got kissed by an elephant actually, and I watched the elephants play soccer, and then they did paint something. Later on, when you get a bit older, you realize those elephants were getting stabbed in the head by a big spike so they could walk the direction the people were were wanting them to. But when you're young and the brain of a child, I had a great time.
Yeah, it was an awesome time.
So, but then, how dark reality gets as we grow old.
Exactly. But it's okay because we're going to end on a nice light note. And now, Josh, for the listeners, you're a pale guy. You're a quite light fella. Have you ever thought of?
Sorry, mate. I'm just trying to recover from that vicious burn. Right. You know how pale my skin is.
Well, it's funny you should speak about burns because elephants actually have a very sensitive skin.
Okay.
Now, going back to your skin before, you're saying, it's wrinkly and stuff. You usually assume that it's quite tough. Well, it is, but it's actually very sensitive. And I don't know if you've thought about doing this, Josh, but elephants use mud as a form of sunscreen. And they actually use it to protect themselves against sunburns, insect bites, and moisture loss.
Until I can buy a tub of mud that says 50 plus on it, mate, I'm not using mud. I'm not using mud. And I'm not able to be able to let that stuff dry on me and get all crispy and be able to walk around without feeling like an old hanky that you found in your pocket from 2 years ago. And it's now all sounds like a bag of chips when you pick it up. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I do. But I'm telling you now, we could make a lot of money. It's a brown bottle. We'll make it. It's a brown bottle with an elephant on the front who's throwing it.
Can it be an elephant head on the top of it, like fancy cologne bottles?
Yeah. And then what you do is you squeeze it, and it comes out the trunk,
and it goes.
And then the name of it is Mud. The name of the actual brand is Mud.
I'd probably suggest that it might be taken already.
I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up.
There is a bar in Launceston called Mud Bar. So maybe we could do a sponsorship deal with them.
We could actually.
Yeah.
Mud Bar. How you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, those sunny Tassie days, mate,
Well,
you got to put some serious
you have
protection
to.
on.
No,
So
absolutely.
look, I'll give him a
Absolutely.
ring. I'll get Matty Pennington onto it to see if
Oh,
he
good on
can
Matt.
spruce up some sort of sponsorship. Maybe we can work a brand deal and really get this product
We'll
out to the
work
people
something
because,
out.
as we know, the ozone layer over Tassie is quite thin. Actually, apparently, I don't know if this is true, but the thinnest in the country. So more susceptible to burns, even though it's not as hot.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You did drop some knowledge. I'm proud of you.
I did, and actually, James, I might drop a little bit more knowledge because I actually have an elephant fact that I found out a few days ago.
No way.
Now,
Go
James, did you know? I've always wanted to say that. I've always wanted to say that.
It's interesting being on the other side of this, but go
Yeah,
on.
it's weird. I like it, but weird. It just feels so forbidden, but I kind of like it. James, did you know that when an elephant dies, it can explode? And people, when whales and elephants die, the gases in the methane in their stomach can expand. And a person has to come along with a big knife on a stick, slice their stomach open, and release all the gases. And I've seen footage. Yeah, it's true. There's footage on YouTube of it. They cut the stomach open from a distance, and it explodes.
No.
It shoots stuff everywhere.
Oh my stars.
I'm going to send you a video. Can you look up a video right now of just type in it's exploding. The whale one's probably the best, but the elephants do exactly the same thing. But just type in exploding whale for me.
Okay. Yeah.
A guy should be standing there with a knife on a stick.
Oh, whoa, what? What the hell? What on earth was that?
That is a whale that's got a buildup of methane in its stomach, and you need to pop the whale before it explodes randomly. Watch it again.
That was so quick.
It's violent, isn't it?
Oh. Even happening the second time. That's mental.
Yeah, and elephants do it too. There's a video of an elephant doing the exact same thing.
I don't want to look at the elephant.
It's the same thing, but I knew the whale video was easy to find. That's why I suggested that for you. But yeah, that's my little tidbit of knowledge for you, James.
I'm not only am I proud that you had something like that, the fact that you got me to physically bounce backwards in my chair.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Yes. So for those who want to see James physically bounce back in his chair, make sure you tune in to us on YouTube because we have YouTube now. Just drop some knowledge on the YouTubes. Just a little update, I guess. We may as well tell everyone we're also on Spotify, Apple. You're already listening to this, so you probably already know that. But just for anyone who finds us in some weird place, because I did put us on random streaming services that I've never heard of.
Love it.
And obviously the social medias, Facebooks, IGs. We've got TikTok now, which is going off. So yeah, if you like what we're doing, guys, support, follow, tell us episode ideas as well. And what I was going to ask people to do one day, maybe to leave some reviews for us, and we could read a review. If anyone leaves us a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify. So I'll start putting the word out for that. But if anyone wants to do that, please feel free, and we'll read your comment out on the potty. And hopefully we can build up a little community with this sort of stuff, and we'll have a little knowledge squad.
Oh, the knowledge squad. I love it.
Yeah, we'll brainstorm names, but I think we'll go with that one for now, I
was going to say, because I didn't think the drop squad was a good one.
I think I prefer drop squad.
The drop squad?
Yeah. Look, it's a work in progress, guys. We'll come back next week with the answers to all this, but thank you for tuning in today. Another fantastic lesson. We learned that the elephant has a massive, dense brain. We learned that whales explode violently. So do elephants as well.
Yeah, and so elephants.
Yeah, and we also learned that the mind of a child in Thailand thinks elephants are treated really lovely and fun, but really they're beaten and prodded with sticks all day and treated like, I was going to say like animals, but I guess they are animals. Confusing topic. Anyway, let's not dive into that and the political issues right now. Let's just go to bed. James, thank you for your company on this lovely whatever day it is, because we're in lockdown, so I've got no idea.
That's it.
And yeah, we'll talk again next week.
Absolutely. It's going to be great. See you guys.
All right, see you guys, mate.